So this is my first time trying to make videos. Just gonna go ahead and give it a shot. It might turn into something, it might not. We'll kind of see how it goes if I continue this down the road or not, but figured why not try my hand at it. So you see behind me is my project. We'll get into that here in a couple minutes. In front of me I got my dog Sawyer. He wanted to jump into the video, so it'll probably help some clickbait or something. Anyways, so behind me is a truck that I just picked up a couple months back. It was a birthday present for myself, and it's a 1972 Chevy C10. I know a lot of you probably looking at this front end saying, oh, it's not a 72. I know, it's got a 69, 70, I'm sorry, a 70, a 71 front end on it, or grill, but it is a 72 truck. So a little bit of a backstory behind the truck. Previously, it belonged to a gentleman who was a retired lieutenant in the military, and he has since passed. The people that I actually picked up the truck from were some of his old neighbors, is the story that I was told, and there's two of them. I ended up picking this one up from them, and yeah, so I reached out to the family and kind of got a little bit of information about the guy. I think that a lot of what makes classic vehicles so special is the story behind them, besides just the vehicle themselves and the styling and everything, which is a big part of it. But so backstory behind this, looks like at some point it was a government vehicle. There's some stickers on it that say that. Pretty sure it's a low mile vehicle, and like I was saying, the guy who owned it before me, he was a retired lieutenant in the military. I believe it was the Navy. And after retiring, he went and he was actually an NJROTC instructor at a local high school not too far from where we're at now. So, you know, being somebody who actually was in the NJROTC program myself at another school, that I went to, it kind of resonated a little bit with me, knowing, how much goes into that and how much the ROTC program really influences a lot of people, for the better. So anyways, the gentleman's last name was Elrod, so in honor of him and his family, I've decided to go ahead and name this truck Elrod, as long as they don't push back on that, and if they do, then we'll have to change it up from there. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and get into it and give you guys a little walk around and see the project as it is, and kind of things that we're going to need to address and what we're going to be doing. And then in the proceeding videos after this, if there are any, we'll be digging into that. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I need to correct myself. I should have trusted my gut. So it is a 69 to 70 grill, not a 70 to 71. So anyways, yeah, I actually just took a whole video of a walk around of the truck and realized that whenever I opened the hood, it shut off the camera. So we're gonna go ahead and do it again. So anyways, like I was saying in the other video, it's a 350 truck. It's got the 350 small block Chevy with the turbo 350 transmission. Probably not going to be keeping the turbo 350. I'd like to do a manual swap on it. But I did do a little bit of work on this truck before I started these videos. So I did get the engine running. I was not running whenever I picked it up. Didn't have to do way too much to it. So I had to dig into the carburetor. It had a whole bunch of dirt and who knows what in it. There's a bunch of like little black beads of dirt or something weird. I'm not sure if a bug got in there and made a home or what it was, but anywho, so I had to take apart the carburetor. I didn't put a rebuild kit in it or anything because I do want to go another direction. I'll probably end up running an EFI system on this truck, but it does have the quadjet right now. So I took it apart, cleaned it out, and put it back together with all the same gaskets and stuff. So I did get the truck running as is. It's not perfect, so I did have to hold the throttle for it to run, but this truck runs smooth. There's absolutely no rough idle or anything on it, which is really nice to know. Especially whenever you're buying a truck that's not running, good oil pressure and everything. I did have to put a new coil in it, and I went ahead and I did a cap and rotor as well when I did that. And I put a new fuel pump on it and some new rubber fuel lines just to get it going. Like I said, I plan on probably doing the EFI system like a Holly Sniper. Probably the route I'll end up going, and probably doing some engine work and whatever else, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The truck is a factory AC truck, as you'll see, which is nice to have here in Florida where we're at. Probably not going to be keeping this system on it. In the future, I might like to go with something like a Resto Mod Air or something similar to that. But again, we'll see whenever we cross that bridge. So a little bit of a walk around the truck. I mean, it does have some rust. It has the typical C10, 67 to 72 C10 areas that rot out, or pretty much most trucks in general that are of these older years. So it does have, bottom fenders, and rockers are shot, almost non-existent on the truck. Cab corners, the door either needs to get new skins, or I might end up just replacing the entire door on it. Has a little bit of rust holes, speed holes if you would, where the trim is. I'm going to be going through and cleaning all that up. We'll get this truck, it's not going to be perfect. Probably when we're done, I want to make this truck kind of like a budget restoration, something just nice to cruise around in. It looks good, rides good, runs good, that sort of thing. It doesn't need to be show quality. I do have the tailgate here in the bed of the truck. It was at one point, it looks like a government vehicle. It has a bunch of stickers on it. It looks like originally it was in Kennebrew, Texas. I looked at it. You'll see on the bumper says or Kennebrew Chevy Co. Incorporated, which is conflicting, but whatever. Anyways, so the reason why I think that the truck was government, well, it has a Department of Defense sticker on it, dated 4/11. Haven't gotten any information whenever I picked up the truck referring to if this was a government vehicle or not, but I think that's a pretty good indicator. So keep on going with the walk around the truck. The bed is pretty much solid. It's got a little bit of surface rust on it, but the only places where it does have anything through, it's got a couple of small holes here. We'll go ahead and get this patched up. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. And it's got the same on this side under these door panels. So more of the same on this side of the truck. I did start removing some of the trim on the other side. As you'll see, it was missing. So it has, like I was saying, it has a lot of the typical C10 areas that are needing some love on the truck. This door needs to be adjusted. I did start doing some more work, like I was saying. I got the interior pulled out. I pulled out the in-cab gas tank. We're going to be switching, especially if we run the EFI system, to an under-bed mounted gas tank and fuel system. Kind of get that out of here for some more storage space and whatever else. So these trucks are pretty simple, pretty basic. Like I said, factory AC truck, which is nice. It is going to need a lot of patchwork going on in the floors, and the rockers need to be replaced. It's going to need cab corners. I'm probably going to end up putting new doors on this. I mean, it does have all the glass and everything, but by the time that I put patch panels in it and new seals and everything else, so I might end up getting a better deal just going ahead and putting better doors on it. But this is the area that's going to be the scariest for me, at least. I'm probably going to have to cut open the roof to be able to get in here and replace wherever these strip rails are, especially on these here trucks, are notorious for having the body filler that's up in these drip rails leaks, and then you get moisture that gets inside, and then, well, this happens. So the actual A-pillars themselves are pretty solid, but whenever you get on the inside here, you have that whole front that kind of took a beating. Same thing on the other side. It's not as bad. Passenger side is definitely the worst, but they make patch panels for, you know, just about every area on these trucks. So we'll be, we'll be buying a couple of them. So we'll go ahead and walk around to the other side. I'll show you in there. So this side's not as bad, but still going to be much of the same. This truck was repainted, it looks like, at one point in time. You can see a little bit of the blue came back in the door. At first I thought that maybe this is a whole new front clip that it got in an accident, which is why it has the different grille that's not for this year on it. But you could see, looking at the fenders, it does have that green in it, and then some of this blue does come back onto the doors, where this green is the factory color of the truck. So I guess at some point somebody must have painted it. I don't really know. So your guess is as good as mine. So coming in here to the glove box. It's really cool. They used to have the build sheets here in the glove box. So you will see it was two-tone white, medium olive, and white. I'm not sure what the M is. Olive cloth trim. So looks like it has the custom deluxe package in it. So pretty cool stuff. Definitely happy to have that information in here. It's always kind of just adds to the story of the truck and the originality. Pretty cool cup holder dishes in there. So yeah, so that's basically the truck. So my basic goal with this truck here is to keep myself uncomfortable. I want to learn a lot of things that I don't know how to do right now, and that I've been basically trying to stay away from working on vehicles. You know, I have no problem doing the mechanical stuff and suspension. I have a lot of experience doing that, working on, you know, motors, whatever. But it's things like rust repair, welding, body work, the, you know, paint. All of that is going to be things that I want to keep myself uncomfortable with this truck, because if you're not uncomfortable, you're not learning. And so I want to be able to expand my knowledge on this, and I do have some other projects that we're going to be doing after this guy. So hopefully this is something that you guys might be interested in following along with me as I kind of learn some things and get working on this truck. And as I go through and start knocking stuff off the list, I'll try to see if I can take you guys with me.